I think that the disciplines that you may be able to bring to directing a film of any kind may come from slightly unexpected sources. For instance, it's not wholly bad to have been in the military. The military is organized in very much the same way as a film crew. There is he or she who will be obeyed, and it's rather like that as it is in the military. But not like that in many other activities, work activities in life. I think the other thing is that people who have to gather all the reins, all the threads, if you like, of a particular work of art, like a conductor conducting a symphony, require of him or her the knowledge, basic knowledge, not only of the score, but of the capacities of all the 57 different instruments before him. So when he decides to summon more of the flute, he has to know what the flute can do. And if he's never been near a flute personally and pressed his lips to it, he won't have that capacity. And so he should really have an intimate knowledge of every instrument. I think it is extremely helpful, even though it may not be in the run of the director's normal life experience, that he spends quite a lot of time studying the possibilities of sound, and when he looks at a location, he doesn't just clap his hands to see if there's too much resonance in the room. He looks at the curtains and all the things which may help keep the sound as it should be, and he confers with the sound engineer in detail on that. And he does that in advance, so he doesn't have to hold up the production when you're there with the artists. I think that the other disciplines are fairly obvious. I mean, working with people as in terms of using their imagination, of explaining to them, if they haven't already grasped who the people are that they're playing. Now, with method acting, particularly in the United States, you get someone who's been asked to carry a tray with some coffee on it from A to B, wanting to know where he was born and what his parents did and what his grandparents did. I think you'd want to resist that sort of thing. He's been asked to carry the coffee from A to B because he is the waiter, and he knows what waiters do, and if he's a fumbling, not very efficient waiter, you can tell him that. But what you don't want to do is get over-involved in his imaginings of who he was. He can have that in his own head. He can say, it's quite clear that I was born in Pennsylvania because, I have that sort of funny walk that people have in Pennsylvania, that sort of thing. But those kind of influences, physical influences, are very important for you to be able to understand, and in some cases research,